As a tech recruiter, I've been working at 4 different startups since 2019, from pre-seed round all the way up to Series C, Series D. So in this video, I want to go through what are the different types of financial rounds and explain to you what is a startup. Hey professionals, if you're new to my channel, my name's Sav and I make videos about career advice and ultimately helping you be career savvy at whatever stage you're at in your career. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video if you find this video useful. Firstly, let's talk about startups and the different funding rounds. A startup is a new company that is founded by one or maybe more than one entrepreneur. The goal of a startup is actually to solve a problem in a particular space that is done through either a product or a service. So one of the most notable startups that I worked at was Revolut. This unicorn fintech, actually wait, let me just explain what a unicorn is. So a unicorn company is a company that reaches an evaluation of 1 billion before it actually hitting the stock market or being made public. So I work for Revolut and I got some really cool swag from them. I work for Paige, a healthcare company using AI to help doctors accurately diagnose cancer faster. Really cool, meaningful mission. And actually most recently I switched jobs because unfortunately I was laid off quite abruptly at Paige, and I've got a life story update video that you can check out just explaining what happened over there and my process in actually receiving this job offer at Luminovo. So do check that video out. I'll put a link in the description down below. I'll drop a thumbnail somewhere on the screen. But Luminovo, it's an awesome company that's building a SaaS product that is solving problems within the electronics industry, and it's incredible because we've just raised 11 million euros and it's the best company that I've worked at in terms of company culture. I've explained why in that video that I just mentioned. So startups, they tend to have a limited amount of funding and resources to back them up. So the initial funding that they get, which is called the pre-seed, is usually done by the founders themselves or maybe some angel investors. Once a startup starts proving its value through like a working prototype or an initial product or a design or an idea, then they can start to raise some more money. And this is done through investors investing in that startup in exchange for shares and options within the company. After the seed round, the terminology of startup changes from Series A to B to C and so forth. So a Series D startup just means that they've had 4 funding rounds after the initial seed. So I joined Revolut when they had their Series D funding round. I can't remember what the figure is. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. Was it 4 million, 50 million, 400 million? I can't remember what it was. Yeah, check that out because Revolut, they're doing a madness now actually. And they just hit over 20 million customers, which is nuts because when I joined, they only had 4 million customers. So how mad is that? Typically, investing in a Series A startup is actually quite high risk because they've just made that initial design, that initial product, so they don't know if that product's actually going to start generating revenue. Investing in a Series B company will make that company obviously have a higher evaluation, and it's done typically when that company generated a lot more sales, generated a lot more users. Essentially, the business should have some sort of track record. Series C or Series D onwards is investment that is used to provide that startup to go through like high growth. So when I was working at Paige, they were Series C, and that's why I joined that company because I helped them grow from 90 employees all the way up to 175 employees before they started to make some layoffs. The company will usually have proven success within the market. Usually they have an increased market share. The company will usually want to scale up in terms of their workforce or even implement new features or design and roll out new products and services. I hope this gives you an overview of what a startup is and the funding rounds associated with startups. I will be making a video of pros and cons of joining a startup, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on that video. If you're planning on joining a startup, drop a comment down below and let me know why you're planning on joining a startup. And if you need any additional advice in interviews or CV, then check out my other playlists. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.